third, maybe even fourth. Hi, Faith. What's up? Good to see you guys. What's up, David? Riley. Hello, Riley. Ventura Missionary joined. Whoa, the big guys. Oh, my goodness, man. Faith, you were not first. I think you were maybe fifth or something like that, which is still pretty good. You know, who knows? Hey, put up in the comments, best part of your week. Audrey, yes, you were first. Claim it, Audrey. If you say that that was the best part of your week, man, I'm going to trip out. So put up in the comments, what was just the best part of your week? Maybe something cool happened and you were stoked. For me, one of the best things that happened to me was Levi and I started fishing together. So I don't know how to fish at all. What's up, Gabby? I do not know how to fish at all, and I have been learning with my son, and it has been also the low of my week, because if you've ever thought about teaching a 4-year-old how to fish, you know what I'm going through. Faith watching American Idol, that's been the highlight of your week. That's awesome. I love it. Hi, Liana. Best part of your week was that you ate tons of food. There you go, Annabella. So stoked. Annabella, what was your favorite food you ate this week? I am curious to hear about that. The rest of you guys also put up some of your favorite food you've been eating during COVID. One of the things that I keep eating during COVID is I keep eating Life cereal. Oh my goodness. I don't know if any of you guys know what that's like, but I kept eating Life cereal. I love Life cereal. That to me is probably one of the top things that I've been eating during COVID. I eat it like late at night too. It's like a late night snack for me. Takis, Jasmine, that is the appropriate answer. I had some Takis today with my lunch. It was wonderful. You ate a big cup of ice cream and Oreos. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. There you go, Mel. Thugging on a budget. Gabby saying Chick-fil-A sandwiches. Dang, Gabby, COVID's probably hit you really hard, man. That's rough. Dr. Pepper and cherry cake, ice cream sundaes. Matthew, you attempted, oh yeah, okay, so a few of you attempted an all-nighter. You guys are nuts. What hour did you guys get to if you did attempt an all-nighter this week? All-nighters, man, they're so much fun, and then they're so not much fun. Right around 4:30 in the morning is when it just starts to get bad. Right when you see the sun come up and you're kind of hopeful and you're kind of terrible, it's horrible. Jasmine says it failed. 4:30, 5 a.m. Good job. Wow, you guys are there. What's up, Michaela? How are you? Wait, it might have been 5:30. Great job, Mel. I consider that an all-nighter. That's killer, dude. Gabby says she had to finish her show. Hey, I know a lot of us have been watching a bunch of different shows. Throw up in the comments your favorite show that you have been watching during COVID, right? And if you finished it or not, right? So some of you, maybe you're like, it was The Office. I started in season 1 at the beginning of COVID, and now I'm completely done. I know there's been a bunch of different shows. I'm curious to hear what you guys are doing. Not that you've been playing Animal Crossing so much. The Office, Outer Banks. Oh, 2 for Outer Banks. Wow. Mel, you finished it. That's incredible. You fell asleep on the Zoom. Michaela, that's awesome. Star Wars The Clone Wars. Attaboy, Matthew. Masked Singer. I don't know what that is. That's interesting. Michaela, you started Outer Banks today and you finished it? Oh yeah, you were watching it with your mom, right? That's so awesome, dude. I don't even know what Outer Banks is. I texted London today because I was in a group message with a couple of you, and I kept seeing you guys talking about Outer Banks, so I texted London, we need to add this to our list of things to watch. I don't even know if it's good. I don't even know what it's about, so don't put me down that rabbit trail, everybody. I'm slower with shows, though. That'll take me like at least a month plus to finish it. We don't watch a lot of Netflix. If so, it's like The Office or something goofy and silly like that, just like to laugh together. You're saying it's very good. I love it. I need to watch it. I need to. Wow. Well, I will watch Outer Banks, Michaela, if you join the next Jacob McLean. What's up, man? I will watch Outer Banks, Michaela, if you join the next Bible reading plan that we are going to go through together. So, if you've been reading along with us, you know that we have been going through the book of Acts. And Acts is 28 chapters long, right? And so we've been reading 1 chapter a day for now 23 days. Woo! 23 days. So we've been killing it. Some of you have been killing it. Oh, the squad has joined. It's official, guys. Youth Group can start. So we're 23 days into the book of Acts. I've really enjoyed it. And now we're figuring, okay, God, what are we going to do next? Acts ends in 5 days. It'll end on Sunday. And so next Tuesday, we're going to be starting a new series that I am excited about. We are going to be going through the book of John. Some of you like John. I love the book of John. It's probably my favorite gospel. I read it all the time. The way that John portrays Jesus to me is just beautiful. And so, what's up, Jocelyn? Hey, Savannah. So we are going to be going through the book of John. So there is 21 chapters in John. So we're going to be in John for 21 days. And I'm stoked about it. I love the book of John. Like I said, we're going to be starting it this next Tuesday. So 1 week from today, we're going to be starting John. Michaela, you like the book of John too? That is what I'm talking about. Me too. It's like one of my favorite books. It's so good. There's so many beautiful things inside of it. So next Tuesday, we're going to be starting John chapter 1, and we're going to be reading together. So Michaela, if you join the John reading plan, and do all 21 days, I will watch Outer Banks during those 21 days too. Deal? I'm going to assume you're saying, oh, Michaela says she'll join. Boom. Hey, Maddie. Hi, Casey. Nice to see you guys. All right, so tonight, we're going to be playing our game on Zoom. So we've been doing that for the last couple weeks, dude. It's been awesome. I love it. I'm going to be joining you guys tonight, so I'm really excited. Melanie made the game, and it's fun. So after this, we're going to be going into our Zoom small groups, and then we're going to be playing the game together. The winner, of course, like every week, will either win Domino's Pizza or Chick-fil-A, depending on where you live, and sometimes depending on what your preference is. But before we do that, I thought it'd be fun to have a couple different people on the show here, if we're calling it a show, on Youth Group here, go live with us, and just ask a couple different questions, check in on people, see how they're doing, see what they've been up to, ask some funny, different things. So let's start out. Let's see if Melanie Bograd, we'll start with the leader, and then we'll move to some students, just so that way you guys know what's expected and what we're going to be doing, so there's no curveballs. So we'll see if Melanie will go live with us. And again, we're just going to ask a couple questions. Melanie!
Hi!
Okay, first of all, your room looks incredible. Did you just paint that?
So
all those in the back?
Cool sun on it. And then
did you just do that?
Yeah, my sister and I, we saw it on TikTok, and then that day we went and bought paint and painted it the next morning.
Yes, it looks so good.
It was really fun.
That's what I'm talking about, dude. So, okay, so you're doing a little house projects. That is super cool. Did you take down the photo wall? Did that go where the photo wall is?
No, it's still there.
Okay, good. Wow. Melanie, I think you probably have the coolest room out of anybody on this live stream. I would probably think that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, let me ask you a couple questions, right?
Okay.
First off, what time on average have you been waking up and going to bed?
Okay, so I've been going to bed at midnight, which is really late for me because normally I'll go to bed at like 9 or 10.
Nice.
And then I'll wake up at like 5:30, but lately I've been waking up at like 8. So
wow.
I've been sleeping in.
I know everybody's schedule is kind of shifted with COVID, right?
Yeah.
I know a few. Have you had any like early morning class type stuff or no?
No, they all moved them later in the day so that we don't have to wake up early.
Even the professors are sleeping in, you know?
Yeah, they are.
I know a couple of the students, you guys have had a hard time, right? Waking up early. And I know, Mel, you've been talking to some students about their first morning classes and honoring the teachers and all that good stuff, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sleep schedule's all messed up, Michaela's saying. I know, right? It's crazy, dude. Hey, for you, would you choose, if you could only choose one forever, would you choose Netflix, Disney Plus, or Hulu?
Probably Disney Plus.
Disney Plus?
Yeah.
Okay, you have to tell us why. Because I don't think Disney Plus is that good. I feel like there's like nothing on it.
So I like Netflix, but ever since they took Friends off, the only thing I like on it really is like Outer Banks, which is really good, and I'm excited for you to watch.
I feel like this is just a 4-minute long Outer Banks commercial.
But on Disney Plus, like there's a Hamilton thing coming out in July, so I'm super excited for that. Yeah. And then there's like all the good classic movies like Frozen and Mulan. Shout out to Matt. I watched Mulan again for like
the new one?
No.
No. The new one looks terrible, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still gonna watch it because like we stan Mulan, but yeah, I don't know. So
I love it. That's awesome. So Disney Plus, wow. I just didn't feel like that would be the thing. So how many hours a day do you think you watch television or whatever we're calling this?
It's probably like 1 or 2. I haven't watched TV all day today though, which is good. I've gotten like, I'm slowly weaning off of it, so I'll actually like do something with my day. So I started like reading more and going outside and stuff.
Good. Dude, you know what my problem is? I always end up scrolling through Netflix longer than I actually watch anything on Netflix. Like, it takes me like 30 minutes to find something that I want to watch, and then I always just end up going back to like the same show, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I know, it's so rough. Hey, thank you. Hey, this is what we're gonna do. In order to figure out who's gonna come on here next, we are gonna ask the students to go and grab something. So the first student that I see that responds with, yes, I have the item that I'm gonna ask them to go grab, can hop on the live stream with us next. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
So the first item that you need, whoever gets this first, type it in, and then we'll hop on with the live stream, and you have to show it to me, so no lying, is a banana. You need a banana. So if you have a banana, put it up, and then if you do, you broke your foot, Michaela? We're going to have to do it on the live stream just to hear about how. Gabby says she's got the banana. We're going to go live with Gabby.
Bye.
Bye, Nell. Actually, you know what? Maybe we will not. Wait. Where did we go? We're trying to go live with, oh, there we go. Here, let's see if we can do it. Oh, it's weird. Sorry, dude. Georgie, it would not let me go live with you. Let's see, Annabella. Come on, Gabby. Let's see. Where's the banana, Gabby? What is that, Gabby? That's not a banana.
Fiber cloth.
Okay, because you lied, you have to tell us your greatest fear.
Oh, I have a lot, but I don't.
Tell us your top 2.
Okay, so this one's a combo. Being chased or followed, one of them.
So you hate tag and like FNL's live games at night, right?
That. I just don't like the feeling of someone following me. It scares me a lot. And then, falling. I do not want to fall.
Falling?
I have fallen.
Not like snakes or something. Falling?
No, like, in the mall, I can't stand in the inner part on the top level because I can feel the ground like tilt and like fall through. And then I always have to be harnessed in. I won't go rock climbing unless I have like a human belay, not one of those auto belays. I can't trust those.
The auto belays are sketchy, dude. I totally get it. Yeah, I'm a big, have a friend help me out too. Yeah, there we go. All right, the next item that we need, Gabby, is going to be a Parkher buck. So if you have a Parkher buck, let me know. First person with a Parkher buck gets to hop on the live stream next. We're going to ask him a couple different questions. Annabella said she hurt herself. Are you guys on the Zoom already?
Yeah.
Show it off. What do you got, Gabby?
Wait.
Hey, Gabby, look, I hung up a photo right behind my my phone. So if I double click my thingy and my camera and it turns around, look what we see now. Jacob with his lightsaber.
I wasn't sure.
Oh, so good. I love it. Hey, if you have a Parkher buck, let me know and you get to hop on the live stream next. We'll see. Gabby, do you have any of those lying around your home?
It's somewhere in my house.
Somewhere?
It's probably in my purse, which is
Annabella says she has a Parkher buck on her wall. Peace out, Gabby. Let's see if we can try and go live with Annabella. Great to have you, Gabby. Thanks for hopping on with us. Annabella, let's see if we can go live with you. With the Parkher buck. Let's see. Connecting. What's up, Annabella's forehead?
So, like, you're gonna have to trust me because I'm not at my house.
What is this, bro? Between you and Gabby, we're getting skunked.
But I do have the Parkher book on my wall.
Okay, I will trust you. Honor system. Pinky promise? Blink. Shake, shake. We're good. All right. So, this is what I want to ask. What is your weirdest COVID experience? What's the weirdest thing that you think has happened so far? Besides, of course, your all-nighter. That sounds crazy. Or you could just talk about how tired you were during that experience.
I've been talking to myself a lot.
Like, what kind of stuff? Encouraging things or bad things?
Like conversations.
Interesting. I do that to myself too, but like, I'm just kind of like thinking out loud. Is it more like that, or are you like waiting for yourself to respond type thing?
It's like thinking out loud, but I don't know.
On average, how long are these conversations with yourself? Like short, like hours? What are we talking about?
It depends on how bored I am.
Okay, here's the next question then. How have you been, like, when you're bored, what do you do?
Listen to music.
Tight.
And stare at the ceiling.
Do you have an album or a song that you keep listening to?
I have a lot of playlists.
You do? I could hear Melanie in the background. I think that's Melanie. I love it. Hey, so the next thing that somebody needs to grab in order to hop on this is a Bible. A Bible. Anybody who can grab a Bible, let me know, and you can hop up on there with me. Let's see what they can get. Annabelle, is there anything you want to tell anybody before we're waiting? Like any plug for maybe an Instagram account that you may or may not have started?
I mean, I don't know who started that account.
Oh, the squad page? There's a couple of ones that have started.
Yeah, everyone follow the squad.
Shout out to the squad. My
Bible's at Savannah's house. So, if Savannah joins, it's my Bible.
That's so awesome. Let's have her join then. Annabelle, thanks for being with us, dude. We'll see you in a little bit. Savannah, let's see if we can go live with Savannah Wells. I might not be able to, Savannah, if you're on a computer, but we will check it out. Let's see. Nope. All right, we're going to try Matthew Lim. You were the first one that I saw that says, I have it. So let's see if we can go live with Matthew Lim. Matthew, you're going to be talking to us about what time you've been waking up and what shows you've been watching. Bro, last time I saw you, like an hour ago, you were in a white sweater.
Yeah, I ate dinner and I didn't want to get it dirty. So I changed.
That's so good, dude. Trust me,
Here's
bro.
the Bible.
One of the cool things about nice Bible. One of the cool things about the beard is that when food hits, it bounces away from your clothing. It gets all over your face.
This is totally unintentional.
You're growing a beard, dude.
Have not shaved since Sunday. Nope.
I love it. Hey, bro, what time have you been waking up and what time have you been going to bed?
I've been waking up at like 5:30 or 6. Not even because like an alarm or anything, just because like
just natural, all natural.
Naturally. And then I've been going to sleep at like 1:12-ish.
Ooh, that's rough. How
yeah,
do you get coffee in the morning?
I switch it up. Pour overs. I have like this whole thing of cold brew in my fridge. I just make like every week, and then like an AeroPress.
Dude, it's fun to have variety. I do a very similar regiment. I love it. Hey, dude, same question I asked Mel. Netflix, Disney Plus, or Hulu? Which one are you going with?
Definitely not Hulu.
I've never even seen a single show on Hulu.
Hulu has live sports, so that's cool. Probably Netflix. Everything I like on Disney Plus, like really like, I have on DVD. So like I have Mulan and like the Star Wars movies and stuff like that. But like certain shows on Netflix, like all the originals, can't get anywhere else. So like I'll have to go with Netflix.
Some of those OG ones, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
I love it.
Like all my favorite movies I got on DVD or like some VHS somewhere.
Yeah. What's the best show or movie you've seen during COVID, bro? Could be an old one, just like something you liked.
Probably La La Land. That's not even new to me. I've just been rewatching it a lot. I like that movie.
Interesting. Never seen it.
So
the kids and I, a couple days ago, we watched Despicable Me, the first one. Levi had never seen it. I forgot how good
Despicable Me is so good.
It's so well made. It's so funny. Oh, you're gonna bust it out. Oh, Look at the flex, dude.
If you want to borrow it, you got it. It's so good. It's one of my favorites, like, of all time.
Right? And I just kind of had forgot about it, and then we watched it, and I was just blown away, dude. It's so good, man. Attaboy. I love it. Matthew, thanks, bro. It was a pleasure to have you on. We're going to hop into the message, and then after that, we're going to go into the small groups. So, dude, it's great to see you.
Good to see you.
Adios, my man. Hey, so like I said, we're hopping now into our time for our message of what we're going to be talking about tonight. So, if you were like Matthew and you ran and you grabbed a Bible, or you're like Savannah and you have Annabella's Bible, which, what has Annabella been reading recently, by the way? Hi, Anna, by the way. Good to see you. Hope you have your bags of leaves. We are going to be in Acts chapter 23. So if you have your Bible, turn to, oh man, that's so glary. Acts chapter 23. That is what we've been reading today, where we're at in our journey through the book of Acts. Again, we're on the 23rd day. So if you've been reading it, you guys are killing it. Good job. So do me a favor. Put up in the comments an answer to this question, just a yes or no. Do you believe in miracles? Do you believe in miracles? Every time I hear that song, do you believe in miracles? Oh man, I regret doing that already. So Annabella's saying the Bible out. Slick Annabella. So do you believe in miracles? Like, yes or no? No shame, but if you do, great. Oh, Jasmine, classy, responding in Espanol with C. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, kinda. I like that response. That's awesome. That's a straight up yes for me, dog. Yes, yes. Oh man, we got quite a few yeses going on. Okay, great. Hey, and like I said, if you're just joining us, we've been going through the book of Acts, 28 chapters through the book of Acts. So we've been reading one chapter a day, and we're in chapter 23. So we only have 5 more days left. Again, turn to Acts chapter 23 if you have a Bible with you. Throw up in the comments if you have been reading along so far, okay? So if you have been reading along so far through our series through the book of Acts, throw up in the comments this yes or no or kind of. George, I love that answer, kind of, if you've been reading along so far. And if any of you guys have read all 23 chapters with us so far, like put something weird up in the comments, that way I know. Put like, I don't know, like a high five. Well, that's not weird. Or, oh, that's weird, Annabella. We'll maybe say that might be a maybe. I love it. Hey, so if you've been reading with us, I love it. So Acts tells the story of the Holy Spirit's work through the early Christians and through the early church. It focuses in on a few different people, all folks who were followers of Jesus. So guys like Peter, who was one of Jesus' best friends, and he was one of his disciples, meaning follower, someone that was learning from Jesus while Jesus walked the earth. And then it begins to shift, and it focuses really heavily on this guy named Saul, who later pulls a Kanye type thing, gets a name change, and ends up becoming Paul. And before Jesus met this guy, Saul wanted to stop the early church. Literally, his job was to go around hurting Christians in order to try and stop the movement of Jesus that was just starting. It was right after Jesus' life, ministry, death, and resurrection is when the book of Acts takes place. And so we get introduced to this guy named Saul in the story at a point where his job is to go around arresting, beating up, and sometimes even approving of the killing of Christians. It is absolutely crazy. And then this guy Saul, whose job was to arrest, beat up, and sometimes kill Christians, that was what he did in life, that's what he wanted to do with his life. Then this guy meets Jesus. And you gotta see, like, this is crazy because Jesus died. And then Jesus miraculously came back to life. He resurrected from the grave. And then he went up to heaven. He comes back down to tell this guy Saul to stop messing around with the Christians and to believe in Jesus. And so Saul does. You got to understand how crazy this is. Because the fact that Jesus resurrected, he came back from the dead, Saul, the guy who was adamant that Jesus was not the way and that he was doing everything he could to stop the early Christians, this guy Saul, the apostle formerly known as Saul, so good. Yeah, it's like Queen. I love it. Good job, Matthew. This guy goes from trying to kill Christians to the moment that he believes that Jesus came back from the dead and that he actually is God, he becomes himself a Christian. It's just nuts. Because Jesus rose from the dead, Saul became what he hated most. Saul became a Christian. It's a really cool story. Think about this. If someone you knew died, say like those of you who have a brother or maybe a sister or like a best aunt or uncle, somebody you know dies. They are dead for 3 days. You are bummed. You are sad. You are trying to figure out what to do with your life. Just like anytime somebody dies, it's always hard. And then all of a sudden, that person comes back to life. Just comes back to life. And not just comes back to life, but they come back in a new body. It's similar to what they had. You recognize them, but there's no scars. There's no more pain. There's like, it's just this perfect body. That's what happened with Jesus. See, imagine that happened to somebody you knew. If that happened to them, you would have to think, oh my gosh, like this person, this is a miracle. This person might be God. And when Jesus came back, it was the most amazing miracle that had ever happened. That's Jesus's story. See, that's why we Christians believe that Jesus is God, because he came back from the dead. And in Acts chapter 23, what we're reading today, verses 6 through 10, we see this guy Saul, who's now Paul, who used to kill Christians, who now is a Christian. I like the way that Matthew framed it. The apostle formerly known as Saul. It's got such a rad beat to it to me. This guy, Paul, who's now a Christian, he's a pastor, gets grabbed by a bunch of the people that he used to work for called the Sanhedrin. They were the ones who were in charge of trying to stop the early Christians. And so they were now trying to stop Paul, or Saul, the apostle formerly known as Saul. They were trying to stop this guy's work. So they grab him and they arrest him. And when they bring him before him, they have all these different questions that they're asking him. They hunt him down and they arrest him. The same thing that he used to do to other Christians is exactly what's now happened to him by his old boss. So in these verses, chapter 23, verses 6 through 10, we see some of the guys believe in miracles. Some people sitting there like, yeah, miracles happen, dude. They're legit. But we also see some of the people sitting there who don't believe in miracles. It's kind of like the room is divided. Maybe you've been in a room like that where you're like, you just feel this tension. Like these people believe this thing and these people believe this thing. And it feels like they're about to fight together, right? And so some people in the room believe in miracles. Other people in the room don't believe in miracles. They think that any of that stuff is impossible. And because the people who are in the room who don't believe in miracles, they don't believe in miracles, they don't believe that Jesus came back from the dead, because that's a miracle. And so they don't believe in what Jesus did. So in their minds, it's impossible for Jesus to be God. But to Paul, remember, he had seen Jesus risen from the dead. He had seen Jesus alive and well. So Paul knew that resurrection was possible. See, I found that most of us fall into one of those two categories, right? We may believe that Jesus existed, like he was somebody in human history, sure, but we don't believe in miracles. Maybe we've never seen one. And maybe we are like really skeptical and we don't think that those things happen anymore. Maybe we're not actually sure if Jesus really resurrected. Maybe he existed, sure, and the stuff in the Bible, maybe it happened, but we don't believe that he actually resurrected from the dead, and we definitely don't believe that he's still alive anymore, right? Maybe you're in that camp. Or maybe you've had an experience with God. Maybe God has done something in your life or changed someone around you or changed your own life in a way where you just have to believe in him. Where maybe you haven't seen any like crazy miracles like what Jesus did, where he raised the dead, where he healed the sick, where he casted out demons, where he made blind people able to see, and people who could not walk, he made them able to walk. People who were bleeding horribly, he closed up their wounds. Maybe you've never seen anything like that, but yet you believe in God because of something that Jesus has done in your life. Maybe a word he spoke to you, or maybe a feeling you had during worship at one point in time. And so because of that, you believe in God and you believe in miracles. You believe in the resurrection of Jesus because you have seen him do something miraculous in your life. Maybe not a huge miracle, but enough for you to go, man, I believe in what God is doing in my life. See, Jesus's resurrection from the grave proves that he is worth following. It proves that he's worth giving your life to. It proves also that, man, you will also resurrect as well. You will come back from the dead as well. You know why? Because Jesus said, I'm going to come back. I am not going to stay dead. I am going to resurrect. And I am going to go and prepare a place for you as well. Meaning that Jesus isn't just going to leave you in the grave. That he's going to, as he came back, you're going to do the same thing, friends. You're going to come back as well. Believing in the resurrection, that Jesus rose from the dead and is alive still today, that he can never die again, believing in the resurrection is part of what it means to be a Christian. It's so much of what our faith is built on, is the reality that Jesus rose from the grave and we will as well, that we will follow him into everlasting life. It's why Paul could give his life away for the gospel. It's why Paul was so willing to go and die, because he knew that that wasn't the end of his story, because it wasn't the end of Jesus's. The resurrection proves that Jesus really is God, because only God could come back from the grave. It proves that Jesus is worth giving our lives to. So why am I talking about this tonight, right? Like, you might be sitting here like, dude, why are we talking about this? We're talking about this because I really believe, like, not just as a pastor, but like, remember, I wasn't a pastor before a year before. Like, I'm an electrician by trade. That's what I used to do before this. Like, before I was a pastor, I was an electrician. And I still believe this with my whole life then. This stuff really matters. Because if Jesus is alive, everything else, if he came back from the dead and he is still alive today, that means he's God. And that means that everything else he said is trustworthy and true as well. It means that Jesus is trustworthy and true. If he came back, if he said he was going to come back and he did, that means that he is good and he will follow through on everything else that he said. See, following Jesus, what you think about him, and if you think he's still alive, if you think he resurrected, if you think he's worth following, it changes everything about your life. It changes how you look at people. It changes how you look at yourself. It changes what you do and don't do, and it changes what you say and don't say, and it changes your perspective on life. Following Jesus is like changing your eyes. It's not even like putting on glasses. It's like giving you a new perspective on reality. What we think about Jesus matters a ton. But tonight, you may be listening and you may not believe. Or maybe you're like sitting on the fence between doubt and belief. Maybe you don't know what to think about miracles or the resurrection, or if Jesus really existed. That's why we're going to go through the next series that we're going to go through. That's why we're going to go through the book of John next. Starting 1 week from today, next Tuesday, we're going to be reading a chapter of John every single day. Because, man, we want to peer into the life of Jesus. I believe firmly that if you stare into the life of Jesus and you start asking questions about Jesus and you start letting him ask you questions in your own life, then, man, all of a sudden God begins to come into your life. And maybe if you're on the fence about believing in Jesus, like I was when I first started interacting with Jesus, as I looked at his life, as I looked at who he was, I thought, man, this guy has to be God. He has to do what he said he did. And I just came to this faith, this understanding that, yeah, this is true. And I'm willing to give my whole life up for the fact that this is true. And so that's my hope for you guys too. So if you're on the fence, I want to challenge you and I want to invite you to do something. And if you're not on the fence, maybe you're like, no, dude, I believe in Jesus. I'm a follower of Jesus and I want to know more about him. That's amazing. Then I want to challenge you as well. Read through the Gospel of John with us every single day. I think it'll probably take less than 5 minutes of your time every day. Less than 5 minutes. Seriously, you could do that on the toilet, right? Less than 5 minutes of your time every single day to read one chapter with us through the book of John. Because I believe that if you just spend 21 days looking at the life of Jesus, you will be amazed at who Jesus is. You will fall in love with who Jesus is, just like I did. Just like a lot of the people who are commenting right now are. Michaela, I love how stoked you are to read John. Faith's going to do it. Gabby's going to do it. I'm excited. I cannot wait to see what God does with our time. Give 1 month, 21 days, not even 1 month, 3 weeks of your life to Jesus. If you're on the fence, 3 weeks of your life to looking at who Jesus was. And I promise you, it has the power to change every other day for the rest of your life. It's done it for me. It's done it for a lot of the leaders. So we're now going to go into our Zoom small groups, and we're going to continue to talk about this stuff. First, we're going to play a game. Really excited for that. Again, Melanie Bograb, thank you for putting that together. Again, we're going to all be together, one giant Zoom group, and then we're going to break up into different small groups. So if you're like a big group person like me, that's rad. If you're a small group person, that's awesome as well, because you're going to have time to be able to be in a small group. So go ahead and click out of here, go click the link in our bio, and then that'll take you to another page where you can get the code to our Zoom small group. I see my mom. Mom, I love you. Mwah. Good to see you, Mama. Or not see you, but be seen by you. So go ahead and get out of here. Go click the link in our bio and head to our Zoom small groups. I'm excited for them. I'm excited to play a game. I'm excited to have some good conversation. Again, if you're on the fence or maybe you love Jesus, join our John study that's going to be happening next week, 7 days from today, next Tuesday, for the next 21 days through the life of Jesus. Love you guys. Cannot wait to be with you guys again. It's a joy and a privilege and an honor to hang out with you guys. I'll see you guys over on Zoom. Adios.